Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hello. How is everybody? I'm here today. Oh, Father Melinda. I had a blank square for you for a second. We're here for Fans in Faith, myself and Father Miller, weekly theological stroll through. Whatever we stroll through, I'm not really sure. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on, but most important thing right now, happy birthday.
Thanks.
I have to tell you, you're looking pretty good. I just asked your age. I'm not going to say it on air unless you would like to say.
I'm 47 today.
Okay, so you are 3 years younger than me. You look like 30 years younger than me.
I get it from Grandma. Grandma died 16 days shy of 101, and she didn't look more than 90.
Okay, well there you go.
So,
I guess small mercies, really. So, do you have any plans for your birthday?
Yeah, the reason we're going early this morning is because I'm getting together with a high school classmate to go golf, and then that's the main reason we're doing early. And then I'll be doing the Friday afternoon stream again this afternoon. I'm coming to everybody, different location, as you can see.
Yeah, it seems to be working well from, was it your parents' place?
Eastern Iowa. Yeah, I'm at my parents' house. It's a little dull background. Nice. I should probably get a green screen or something for this.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't make so brother. I've never got into golf. I have to tell you, it's one of the many things I do not see the appeal of at all, quite frankly. Golf and camping. I'm like, golf looks like, it's a really arduous long walk, and then you got to stop and you got to like vigorously hit a ball every few times, and it just doesn't seem fun to me.
I made it fun, partially because when I was ordained, if you wanted to hang out with the priest on our day off, we had to golf. But I also was teaching at the time, so I named the golf balls after my extra special students because, as I told them, I wanted to be thinking of them on my day off.
Okay.
As I whacked the ball, as I hit the ball as hard as I can, with their name on it.
Well, I think you probably could get arrested for saying that, but
Well, whack, yeah. As I hit the ball.
There's a lot there. I know. I think maybe move on with life. Do you remember last week I was telling you about the red cow? You asked me about the red cow last week.
Yeah.
Well, it's this week. It's this week's part. I just saw it. This is the week that Moses sins and the sword of sins, and
hitting the rock twice.
Yeah, I think he hits it and he's supposed to speak to it. And because of that, he's never allowed into the land of Israel. So here's an interesting little take on that, right? That if Moses was to have entered the land of Israel, the holy land of Israel, right? That would necessitate a messianic age. That's like game over, right? And because again, I think the story was there was no water. Basically, what's going on in the Bible right now? It's the Jews' next generation, right? You had the first generation. You had Exodus. They all leave Egypt. And sea split there. And then after a couple of missteps, shall we say, which didn't even include the golden calf. The golden calf they got away with, right? No problem, got away with that. It was when God said, "Listen, I got this great land for you. Just go and check it out." And they're like, "Yeah, not so much, right?" So some of them. It was the sin of evil talk. So before that, they were decreed they would be in the desert for 40 years and die off in the desert. So and everybody would die apparently on the 9th of Av, which is about 5 weeks away from us right now. Which is and so basically people would dig their graves and get in it. And then if they got up the next day, they think, "Oh, it must be next year. I'm good this year." So there was actually about 20,000 people who weren't killed. Who didn't die, but this is a whole new generation, right? So we have this scene where what was it? There's no water and there's he's supposed to speak to a rock and he he hits it, and because of that, because that lowering of holiness by not doing what God said exactly, they talk about it being you were supposed to really show the strength and power and majesty of God, but because you hit it and you seem to be aggressive, it seemed to be more coming from you than God.
Well, I thought it was that I thought it was he was supposed to strike the rock once, but when he did it and nothing came out, he kind of doubted and he struck it again against the Lord's command, and that's the reason why. But this is the biggest complaint I have about the Charlton Heston movie, The Ten Commandments, because when I was a kid, I thought he wasn't allowed to enter the Promised Land because he killed the Egyptian.
No, that was okay, but
at least that's the way the movie. That's the way the movie made it.
Is it really? I don't remember that. It's the this is a good resource for answering these questions. No, that was before he was Moses. Before he was like Moses, right? There's two ways of looking at biblical characters. You either go, they were perfect from the first moment, right? Abraham was perfect Abraham from the first moment, and he always was perfect. Or you can say, no, it was a journey, right? It was a journey through life. So this was before the burning bush, and he becomes the Messiah, or that.
Right.
So I think it was probably I think he probably acted more humanish, right? Around this time. So anyway, here let me look this.
Remember, it's Hollywood.
Yeah, sorry. That's Hollywood, right?
I was just going to say, remember, it's Hollywood.
Yeah, well, Hollywood now is a far cry from the Charlton Heston Hollywood. That's Hollywood. One at least had some kind of moral value, right? Some form of moral value. I have to show you this thing from Gareth Roberts. Do you know Gareth Roberts, Doctor Who writer?
If you mention his works, I might.
He did. He's done a. The
name doesn't ring.
He did the Lodger.
Is he New Who or Old Who?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Well, he was a fan around here. So anyway, he was cancelled. A very gay man was cancelled because he came out against the tea people, saying why are they such drama queens, right? That's basically what he said, and he was cancelled beyond cancelled. This guy. So so he wrote this. He shared this really good thing about Hollywood, about the people we're looking at. But anyway, let me just read through this quickly. Moses' big mistake. The fact that the Bible recalls the mistake of Moses, as well as many other biblical things, is itself proof of the authenticity of the Bible. Nobody would write a book that makes himself look bad. Well, that's a pretty good argument. Judaism teaches that our forefathers were not saints with halos. Well, there's a school of thought that says they were, but mortals who made mistakes. On the other hand, the mistakes of these great people require much study to understand exactly what they did wrong. Okay, so Miriam was his sister. She died. The well of water that accompanied the Jewish people dried up. There was on the the merit of Miriam that people have, that we had water. So that's a whole other story. So the Talmud recalls that the water was in the merit of Miriam, the manna was in the merit of Moses, and the clouds of glory was in the merit of Aaron. Therefore, the water stopped with the death of Miriam. It later returned in the merit of Moses and Aaron. When Aaron died, the clouds left and returned in the merit of Moses. When Moses died, all three miracles ended. Fine. So when the Jews complained about the drought, a pretty good complaint to say here. God told Moses to take his staff, gather the entire nation around the rock, a miraculous accomplishment in of itself, and speak to the rock that would give forth water. Moses selected the wrong rock to speak to. It seems the rock moved around, and the result was nothing happened. People complained, and Moses became angry. Then Moses consulted Aaron. He decided maybe we should hit the rock like we did the first one, and he proceeded to hit the right rock this time, but it only yielded a few drops. So Moses hit it a second time, and it gushed forth with water. At this point, God was angry with Moses and Aaron, who did not believe in me to sanctify me before my people. It was a I tell you, it's a pretty high level they're going for there. The punishment was they themselves would not be able to enter the land of Israel. So the commentators say various mistakes. That he hit the rock instead of speaking to it. He hit it twice. He got angry. He belittled the people. So the question is, why was Moses taking? Why was Moses told to take his staff if he was only supposed to speak to the rock? Well, that's a pretty good question. God says take your staff. And you expect you're going to use. Maybe he needed it to walk. Okay, so let's see what the answer is. Answer: God wanted to demonstrate that once the Jews entered the land of Israel, the period of open miracles would end. So God commanded Moses to take the staff, but do not use it. From now on, it is the word of Moses as set forth in the Bible. We must rely on. I said that's from Rabbi Hirsch, a very good German commentator. If a rock that has no free will and no motivation for reward or punishment listens to the word of Moses, then certainly we should. Yet Moses hit the rock and the effect was lost. And that's Rashi, Rabbi Shimon Isserles. Okay, so the next question is, why did God command Moses to hit the rock back in Exodus? Right, so they had this problem before. Right, there was a drought, and Moses was told to take his staff and hit the rock. Why not speak to it? Fine. So hitting the rock with the staff symbolizes a new miracle. Just as the 10 plagues in Egypt were also performed with the staff, in the book of Exodus, God told Moses to hit the rock initially to create the well. Now, however, at the end of 40 years, it's not necessary to hit the rock. The water had only stopped temporarily in order to demonstrate the merit of Miriam. In other words, we know you need water. It's right here. Just speak to the rock. When Moses hit the rock, it looked as good. It looked as if, oh, we forgot we need water since you complained. So I will make a new miracle and hit the rock to provide water. So this is a message that from now on we must follow the word of Moses. Was not learned the easy way. You must now learn it the hard way. Moses and Aaron will not enter the land, and we would realize that the staff of Moses is gone. Okay, that seems a reasonable answer. So there you go. There you go. That's this week's this week's little thing. But see, that's interesting. But I don't know. It just seems like why would God let the rock move around? I guess that was the test of faith for Moses, right? For it not to work and from still to, I guess. I don't know what to think about.
I don't know. I think it always. The what?
Well, there's a great the language is, it was written in German and translated in English. Rabbi Hirsch on the Old Testament, you could get tons of like homily stuff out of that, because it's like there's just like all this like that. Actually, the one I'm not sure you'd like it. The thing called the Balitorum. The Balitorum was written as a wedding present for this guy's son-in-law, and it's brilliant. It's full of all like this numerical code stuff, gematria, but it's just kind of fun. It's fun. That's one of the fun ones. So there you go. That's what's going on this week. So this week is the I think this week is the is this the last week of the scary parshas? I think what's next week? This is Chuka. Hang on 1 second. Just got to find the thing for all part. Yeah, all of them. 1 second. See what the next one. No, next week's Balak. Balak is my favorite one in the Bible. Balak is when you got Bilam and Balak trying to curse the Jews, and that's but that's the end of like the scary part. But then we go straight into this thing called the 3 weeks, which is bad news. It's bad news. 3 weeks is generally we don't listen to music in the 3 weeks and don't have haircuts. Don't drink wine and don't eat meat. I think for the last 9 days, man, that'll be hard. Yeah, you go without meat for a day with your fast, right? We have to go 9 days.
You were asking why I might look a little bit younger than you do, even though I'm 3 years younger. One, I didn't marry.
I know the reason. Kids.
I didn't marry. Yeah. Plus, I get to eat pork.
Well, yeah, that is the That is the greatest thing ever. I have to tell you, like, again, for somebody who wasn't always religious, I still remember bacon, and bacon's pretty darn good. I never like ham that much, though. But
I love ham.
It depends, I never.
I just had some this morning.
Was it pork scratching? That was awesome. Okay, Irish.
I found out, and I'll admit publicly, I found out I screwed up during the fast during Lent, because on Fridays of Lent we're not supposed to eat meat at all.
Right. And
I ate pork rinds, which I didn't realize, and it didn't hit me that that's actually pork skin, which would be forbidden. Morally, that's called ignorance, and I can't be held accountable for something I didn't know. So now going forward, it's something I'll avoid.
Right. I saw this cooking show once, and they made this they were making Irish food, and the side dish was like this mashed potato with meat in it. But what he did, he got the skin of the pork skin, right, and he cut a section off and scored it, and then put it on underneath the pot that he was cooking the potatoes in, so all crisp. Oh, that looked good.
Wouldn't that burn the stove if you put it under the pot?
It was a big industrial, stove. So that just looked so good. That looked freaking awesome, right? I like, that. What do I miss more, bacon or shrimp? It's a hard one. I don't know.
What about bacon wrapped shrimp?
See that I never had that, so I don't have the.
Do you ever watch an American show called Parks and Rec?
Oh yeah,
Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson.
Making me think of Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson, the pyramid. Was that the Ron Swanson Pyramid of Science?
Yeah, Pyramid of Greatness.
Well, Ron Swanson,
Pyramid of Greatness.
Yeah, let's pull that up. I think that's worth looking at.
Because I think I played the clip of him in England for Ian last week, where Ron's trying to give them American dollars, and the guy's like, "We can't accept it." It's like, fine, accept the fact that your royal overlords are an elderly woman and a frail baby.
Here it is. I'm just opening up the. Oh man, I can hardly read this, but
it's a small thing. I mean, yeah.
I have to find a bigger version of it. Large. Okay, go click on. Fine, this should be it. Let's see this one. The Ron Swanson Pyramid of Greatness. Is this an image file? Yeah, here you go. Now it's opening up.
Yeah, it is.
Share screen. Share screen. And then I should say hello to people in the chat. So, Ron Swanson Pyramid of Greatness at the top corner. If you need it defined, you don't have it. That is true. Buffets in America.
Love them.
Self-reliance attire. Shorts over 6 inches are Capri pants. Shorts under 6 inches are European. Self-reliance, trust yourself. Suspicion, don't trust anybody else. Skim milk, that's right. It's only here. It's on here twice. Avoid it. Okay. Deer protein. I never had deer.
Yeah, I've had deer. It needs a lot of seasoning. It needs a lot of seasoning.
Okay. All right, fine. What else is on there? Cabins. The place to rest that is made of logs. Okay, fine. That is a Ron Swanson Pyramid of Greatness. I think that's what we can all agree on. Fine, let me just go through the chat quickly. Simmons Gobar, how you doing? Hello, humans and other quitters. How are you, sir? Robin, how are you? PD Rich, how are you, sir? Who else we got here? Whizzing through. I was never a big fan of John Belushi, says Snooze Gobar. No doubt talented, but I always found him crude and off-putting. Well, yeah, for me, I kind of like crude and off-putting. I feel like I'm being mirrored. Okay, I kind of like that. Thunderwing Doomslayer is waving. So I'm trying to work out what little emoji was. Hello, Thunder King Doomslayer. Rosie G12. Hello, Hail Rabbi Father Chris and the chat. And he's the Buck Homer's in it. Yes, he struck the rock when he said and Aaron had done it before, done it, not God. Yes, that was it. And then I just jumped. Who did I miss? I literally just jumped, and I can't see who I missed. 1 second. Dr. Alex, how you doing? This is my Sabbath reading this week. Normally, I print out like SFX magazine. I'm really into this. This is a 12th Doctor continuation that he wrote. I'm looking forward to reading the next one today.
So I'm going to show you what I picked up.
Yes. Ooh.
A number 21.
Who's she fighting?
Lois Lane and Lana Lane, or Lois Lane and Lana.
Lana Lang. Oh, okay. Are you watching the new Superman TV show?
I haven't seen it since it came back.
Oh, it's good.
It's behind.
Yeah, you see, the good bit about that show is you get a good bit of superhero action in it, and you get Lana and Lois.
I don't like the Lana in this one.
The second one.
I don't like the Lois or the Lana in this one.
Oh, but she's not like. I mean, firstly, she's not redheaded, but
No,
look, I like the actress a lot.
Fernando Toole in Superman 3 was awesome.
In Superman 3, they had Lana Lang in Superman 3.
Yeah, because he goes back to Smallville.
Who played Lana Lang?
Ned O'Toole.
Don't remember that at all.
Who
I remember
who played Martha Kidd in Smallville.
Oh, I never watched Smallville.
Okay.
Yeah, I never got into it. I never liked these shows that like the prequels where like at the last scene he becomes the person. Right.
Smallville was I actually enjoyed Smallville. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Tom Welling, I think it was, played Clark, and he was pretty good. Lois Lane, if you never saw who played Lois Lane, I would recommend that because she was really good and pretty.
And what's I going to say? They had the other guy playing Lex Luthor in it.
Yeah, he was great. Michael Rosenbaum or Baum.
John Cryer's Lex Luthor is just disturbing. I mean, like he's just like I don't know, creepy rapist-looking guy. I mean, like just doesn't.
John Schneider played Pa Kent in Smallville, and I found him more believable than Kevin Costner in the DC universe.
Well, that is true. That is true. But I really like the take on Jor-El with Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
I thought that was really good. In fact, that's if I ever
better than Brando.
Sorry,
better than Brando.
Yeah, well, Brando they got for the name more than anything else. Although you know what, I watched Superman Returns this week, bits of it. Okay, here's the deal with it. If you skip a lot of it, there are good bits to it. You need to skip
everything between the intro and the end.
Sorry.
Everything from the intro credits to the end credits.
No, okay. Well, actually, I say a lie. I like the bit they cut out, the super expensive Return to Krypton scene. Right? There's there's like half-hour bit they cut out where he after Superman 2, he traces back the Phantom Zone playing the cars and works out where Krypton is, right? So he takes the ship to go to Krypton, and this is Superman returning after all the time and finding Lois with the kid. Yeah, the whole like moving things forward was a bad idea on that one. It just didn't work at all. Superman being father, but there were bits of it I was enjoying. I can't remember what they were though. I like Kevin Costner as Lex Luthor. Honestly, Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor is pretty darn good, I think.
Yeah. And God rest Ned Beatty, who just died.
Yeah, it was the other day. What do you think of the Zack Snyder Lex Luthor? What's it called again? At least
I don't know. It just seems a little too campy.
It breaks my heart.
But the Snyder Cut version of him, I liked.
Sorry.
I like the Snyder Cut version of him.
Yeah. Well, the Snyder Cuts where it all really Snyder Cut where there was no studio interference, where it all really came together. I think, but like it's who knows what's going to be. So the rumor is that they're sorry, go ahead.
Oh no! I was just going to say, the one thing I liked about Superman Returns is Kate Bosworth. I think it was Kate Bosworth as Lois Lane.
Yeah, she was okay.
I liked her.
She was okay. I don't know what Lois Lane's like. I like the Snyderverse one as well. I think even though it's very different, I think that one really worked. Snyder, like his casting is normally spot on. I mean, Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White is the best Perry White ever. Right? For him, race swapping didn't matter at all. I don't mind race swapping or even gender swapping or any swapping if you go to the essence of the character. And he was the essence of Perry White. He couldn't be Perry White in the 70s or the 80s because he's a black guy. Now nobody even notices unless you're a crazy liberal who was super racist. Oh yeah, I was going to pull that thing.
I'm hearing my echo, but I was just going to say Jimmy Olsen as a black.
I see. Honestly, I think Jimmy Olsen could be race swapped in 2021.
Yeah, but the problem is I've been reading the comics. I picked up a few new Jimmy Olsens. I probably have 70 of the Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. So I'm just so used to seeing Jimmy Olsen.
Okay. How about this for a Jimmy Olsen movie, right? How about this? Start off like with Chris Rock. Chris Rock as Jimmy Olsen, like a young Chris Rock as Jimmy, like completely wrong, which I always thought would be fun, right? And then through some weird thing, he gets he meets all the other the like reality shatters and all the other versions of Jimmy Olsen appear, like, you know, and so you got him with like the redheaded 1950s version, and I think I would kind of like that, and you know, the army of Olsen, so like something like that. See that sort of thing could work.
Well, it's like the old Flash meeting the new Flash.
Right. Actually, no. The reason I was thinking about it, there was a before Thunder. You know Thunderbirds, right?
The British show.
Yeah, the puppet.
Yeah.
So before that, they did a show called Fireball XL5, which is pretty similar, but it's puppets in black and white. So I thought if they did a movie of that, do it live action, right? And it's like, okay. But then again, for somehow reality breaks, and you have the live action ones from the current somehow interact with like the puppet versions. The puppet versions like, what the hell's wrong with you? You don't have any strings. You're a weirdo. You know. So yeah, that's why I was thinking about that yesterday. So so yeah, Jimmy. Was it so? Jimmy Olsen, who would you cast him? Who would be an authentic Jimmy Olsen if you cast him today?
Oh dear, it'd have to be young. I really can't think of.
By the way, that's the one thing I didn't like in the Snyderverse. The Jimmy Olsen that was in was it Batman versus Superman for like 10 seconds, and then he was.
I can't remember.
Okay, so he was the guy who was embedded with Lois Lane at the beginning.
Oh, yes.
And it was just like such a stupid use of that character.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That was not good.
And
because Jimmy Olsen's supposed to be goofy. He's supposed to be young and learning. He's not supposed to be a CIA bad donkey.
Exactly. But so who could be a good Jimmy Olsen? I think.
I don't really know. It'd have to be a young and an early 20s actor. I can't think of anybody off.
Oh, you know who could have done it, but he's dead. If he wasn't dead.
I think I know where you're going.
Anton Yelchin.
Yeah, from Star Trek.
Yeah, he would have been perfect as Jimmy Olsen, right? But sadly not. Passed away.
You know, you get Simon Pegg maybe 25 years ago.
Yeah, way too. And also,
British.
His accent's not that great, right? You know, he can do British. That's about it. Who else would you class as Jimmy Olsen? I think that's Anton Yelchin. There's got to be somebody else. But generally speaking, the Snyderverse, I freaking love their card. Deathstroke. I want to see that Deathstroke Batman movie so badly. Ben Affleck, best on screen Batman. Ben Affleck would, I think he's too young to do a Dark Knight.
Well, I think I told you the Snyderverse cut is what sold me on Affleck as Batman because I didn't see it in Justice League.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
or Batman v Superman.
Here's what sold me on Ben Affleck as Batman. One shot under a second long, right? Where in Batman v Superman, where he's on the side of a building, he's fighting with Superman. Superman shoots with his laser vision, and he fires his batarang and he swings off the building. It was like a 2 second. Here, 1 second. I think I have it here. What's it? Can I? No, StreamYard doesn't let me do that anymore. It's a real pain in the pain. It's at least I can pull up a file and I can just maybe I can do here. 1 second. Let me see if this works. Video file. Now, am I allowed to turn the sound off? Because otherwise we will get copyright struck. But
well, probably if you do it from the source, if you have it on mute on the source, you might.
Yeah, that's what I'm pulling up from. I was like, no, I'm in the wrong folder. I go over here. I have a superhero movie folder, I think. Where is it? Where's my superhero? Here we go. Superheroes. Called Superheroes. It should have been quite easy to find. So this would be Batman versus Superman. Let's see if it opens up. I'm thinking about it, but I've got to stop it. Hey, turn the sound off. Now, if I got to zoom forward. I think it was later, wasn't it? When they're having the fight. No, that's the Flash. Whereabouts was it in the movie? No, before there. I think, wasn't it when I can't remember when it was. Was it when he was trying to steal the kryptonite? It was somewhere around here, I think. Yeah.
So why are you looking?
Coming.
I just had the thought: what if Jesse instead of Lex was a Jimmy Olsen?
Bit too old, but I hear it. I do hear it.
Yeah.
Is this it? Here. Was that the weird bit where he falls asleep?
Mm.
No, it was later. It was in the fight at the end. It'll be. He was out of that costume. Was it over here? No. And the whole branding thing with when he branded them with the bat thing, the bat sign. Oh, she was so good in this movie. You forget how good she was. How do I stop this?
I gotta say, I loved Amy Adams as Lois Lane. I thought she was good.
Yeah. Red hair though. Red hair. Lois has always been in dark hair in my head. I was just connecting with the chat. We'll say, Derek McManus is here. Yes, it's Father Miller's birthday. Yes, we Chris Smith, how are you? Chris Smith, not Chris Smith. Probably says happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Fireball would be a great live action movie. But again, I want to interact with. 1 second. I think we have an answer. I think if you can do an English accent, if you can do an American accent. This is from Fiona Bond, Rupert Grint. Rupert Grint as Jimmy. Yes, Fiona Bond, you have done well. You have done well. Come the apocalypse. You will be one to save one, I'm sure. You get first. You get first entry to the ark.
So I got to show this one too.
Yeah, let me make your screen a bit bigger. Actually, I've got to ask you about something. Here we go. This is one. Lois Lane, hag.
This is one of those giant issues.
Did you ever read the last in the run of the original Superman written by Alan Moore? Whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow?
I think I have. I think.
Because here, one second, I'll find the cover.
Because I know the last Superman run I subscribed to was the Rebirth series.
Oh, so it was before that.
Yeah,
it was before that. So here, because the cover is great, they got a really nice traditional cover. For here it is. Actually, they have a couple. But this is really one of my favorite Superman stories, and it really breaks my heart because it shows you what we would have got from Alan Moore had DC not like really upset him. Yeah,
let me know what's up. I got one that I need to share with you too.
All right, 1 second. Where is it? Oh, there we go. This is the original cover.
It's not on my channel. I think I can get away with showing this article.
I got to show the thing from Gareth Roberts. So here, let me share that. I'll throw that thing up in a second. There you go. So what year was this? This was 86.
I think I might have that one.
Yeah, I think
I might.
But I really like how it went to the essence of Superman. It was just like fun. It was just fun and silly and serious, and you cared about the characters. I really like this story.
I'll be honest. If DC would just start reprinting classic runs of Superman, I would buy them.
Have you heard the rumor? That they are going to stop printing new comics, stop making new comics, and just do reprints.
Okay, so this is a new comic I just picked up last week, The Six Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton, and I love the headline, which basically which describes the plot.
To solve a mystery of Delver Dead Douchebag, okay.
Basically, this action hero dies and everybody hates him, but the problem is everybody hates him, so nobody knows who killed him.
Okay, fine.
So let me see if I can scroll down and show the cover. So it's printed by Image.
Right.
And after reading the first one, I ended up subscribing. So.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, enjoy your new comics while you can. Yeah, let me show you this article. It's Bounding into Comics. There we go.
I'm going to grab the other one too.
So, was it Image Comics CEO Eric Larson claims Marvel and DC bosses might shut down new comics production?
Good.
I'm surprised they haven't yet. Quite frankly,
I mean, the only thing that's good about DC right now is the Black Label, because I bought their first issue of The Nice House on the Lake that came out like a week or two ago, and it's a short run, but it's a really good story. Let me grab this one comic.
Where is it? Sorry.
Okay, so this is a third printing of a comic by Image called Geiger, and you might want to bring the.
Haven't heard of that. What's it about?
Let's see.
I can't read it. I'm saying stare at
my nose for 30 seconds without blinking, then look at the ceiling.
Okay, why? What happens?
I don't know. I haven't tried it. But it's basically about a guy that survives. I mean, nuclear war breaks out. The guy survives. His family's in a bunker. And, I mean, it's just basically a post-apocalypse world. This is the third printing of it.
How do you spell this thing?
Geiger.
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 See. I want to find that cover and stare at it for what issue is it? Oh, here it is.
This is the first print, or this is the first issue, third print.
Okay, what's that? I'm going to find Giga 1. Let's see what I can find. There you go. Oh, But I'm still getting thumbnails. I need to get bigger ones. Let's try again. Here we go. Found it. So I want to pull this out and then open it up. We're going to stare at it for 30 seconds and see what happens. And look at the ceiling. Hang on. What is it? How's this so small?
For those that want to play at home.
Yeah, no, it's third printing. I'm just wait for the cover to open up. Here we go. Fine. So let me do this over here. There you go. Now share screen. Nope. No. Here, well, I was going to do this. I'm sorry. I was looking at another screen while I was doing that.
I was going to say I'm
holding up all that time. I felt bad. Here, this way. This is going to be easier, right? Stare at my nose for 30 seconds without blinking, then look at the ceiling. Okay, go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
I actually just saw the Mississippi yesterday.
Oh, yeah. 10 seconds. 5. Then about 15 seconds in. I'm staring at it. I did. Okay, I'm not blinking. 20 seconds. Everybody keep going. 3, 2, 1. Staring at the ceiling. Nothing. It was nothing. Okay, that didn't work. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Now, where's that thing? You're gonna like this. If I it's over here. Yeah. Boink. So I'll share this. So I got a video on this dropping. I think I'll put it out pretty much after I finish this one. I'll show you the thumbnail for the video coming up. So we go share screen.
It says it worked for Rosie.
Who's Rosie?
Rosie G12. She made a comment. It worked for me.
But what did I saw that, but so anyway, yeah. So this is so let me show you the thing Gareth Roberts posted. Tying into that, and this is such a burn. This is such an incredible burn. So fine. So first he posted. This is 2 images in this. So the image number 1 is this. This is part 3 of this thing, is a dissection of what's wrong with weird, insane kids today. In certain young people today, like these 2 from my writing workshop, I notice what I find increasingly troubling: a cold-blooded grasping, a hunger to take and take and take, but never give, a massive sense of entitlement, an inability to show gratitude, and ease with dishonesty and pretension and selfishness that is couched in the language of self-care. This is what I've been saying. These people have no virtue whatsoever, like literally no virtue, right? An expectation of always to be helped and rewarded, no matter whether deserving or not. Language is slick and sleek, but with little emotional intelligence. An astonishing a level of self-absorption, an unrealistic expectation of puritanism from others, and an inflated sense of ability or of talent where there is any at all. An inability to apologize truly and fully without justification. A passionate performance of virtue that is well executed in the public space of Twitter, but not in the intimate space of friendship. I find it obscene. Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly what I said. But here's a hilarious thing. The thing he wrote with this tweet is, "Oh, hello there." So he posted this next to this picture. So do you know what this picture is?
The Doctor Who.
This picture is the Doctor Who milkshake picture. You know, the famous milkshake picture. Yeah, okay, so the famous milkshake picture is this one. You can see it here on the thumbnail. It's over here. So this is all it's from 2017, and all the new raft of young SJW female editors at Marvel, right? All going for milkshakes. So basically what they're saying is, it's our place. Like we have complete supremacy. We want you gone. We want you out. So they used to have this thing in Doctor Who magazine called the Time Team. where each week it was a panel of 4 people. And they would watch every episode of Doctor Who from the beginning, and they'll give their impression of it as if they first saw it, right? And it went on. They had one team, and it was a diverse group of people of different ages. So then they brought this new group. There's Ben Cook in the middle, aged from the age of 21 to 24 or 5, and they're like a monoculture, a complete monoculture. And people are like, and basically are saying the same thing. We want you old fans out. This is the future. This is the future. Because why? Because they were the people that Gareth Oz was just talking about over there. And what happened after a year? It was cancelled. Cancelled for lack of sales. And what the thing that always happens, that when the people always scream about sexual exploitation and all that. One got caught or one got accused of some kind of sexual assault, and it lasted for a year. But the hilarious thing was, here, so I can find the thing. Gary Russell, who used to be the editor of Doctor Who magazine, again massive SJW. Let me see if I can find that quote from him. Time Team Doctor Who magazine, Gary Russell. There we go. Yeah. So I didn't know this was going on at the time because this is before I started my channel. Yeah. Oh man, if I started my channel in 2017, I would have been in such a great place now. So here, there's this thing. So let me just find them. Find Gary. So this new Time Team is the single best thing to happen in Doctor Who magazine in donkey years. If it upsets a bunch of moronic Doctor Who is only for those of us who have been with it since the proper series, even better. So what it was doing is the exact opposite of that. It was saying that Doctor Who is only for us new fans who really don't like the show at all. Any old fans, you need to bend your knee and think exactly what we think and join our monoculture. And so it's the best thing happened to Doctor Who magazine is. What happened when that best thing for Doctor Who magazine happened? It failed. It just like everything else. It went go woke, go broke. Because there's this hatred of our culture. This absolute hatred of our culture that they have, and it's not really out so well.
I mean, it's reminding me of a conversation I got into somebody. I think Ian posted it about, I don't remember what the context was, but somebody was saying that Jenna Coleman and Capaldi was the best companion Doctor team. And
no, listen, I don't mind somebody saying it. I don't really think so. I like Capaldi.
Yeah, I like Capaldi.
Better, quite frankly.
But Leela I think Leela, Warren, and Baker were the best, from my opinion.
Right. I mean, Sarah Jane Smith is another one.
Yeah, but I mean, Baker and Ward got married in real life, so I mean, the chemistry that they were showing on the screen.
But they hated each other by the time
they got divorced. But
it's what was it? State of Decay. It was Tom Baker's last season. And like you could just see, and it was after they got married for like 20 minutes and separated, and you could just see the seething hatred that they had for each other. It's really weird. Like no wonder they wanted them out there ASAP. Here, one second. Let's see what Ethan Buckham would say. We are seeing the results of a third link in the chain of parenting, where the parents wanted not to teach skills or instill good habits, but make the kids happy and not frustrate them all the time. No, it's actually more than that. It's more than that. It's not they wanted the kids to be happy. They wanted them to be happy. They wanted them to feel good about themselves by having their perfect child who could do no wrong. Right? I'm glad Jake Dubman got out of that one too, quite frankly. If anybody in the chat knows what the scandal was, apparently it was one of the evil white male new Time team that assaulted somebody at a convention. Something along those lines, right? And it was just why have a monoculture? It's because they can't deal with any form of adversity. They just can't cope with it. It's just beyond them because they're losers. Basically, I tell you, every time I hear the word loser, I miss Trump. Oh man, did you see Putin with Biden? Okay, more disturbing than that is the Hunger Games style commentary on it from CNN, and like, oh, look how great and statesman he got his ass handed to him. I like, firstly, the body language. Putin sitting there, legs wide apart. This is my house, you know.
And Crowder yesterday started out by playing Anderson Cooper's "What We Just Saw with Trump and Putin" is the most disrespectful, whatever, disgraceful.
Yes, I remember. I love Crowder. Was it also on Crowder where they had Biden like in a fog going, we agreed that Antarctic fish something.
Probably,
and like he gets trailed off. And then he like got mad at the press. Like, could you imagine if Trump did that? Here, what's it? Let's see if we can find it.
But again, pray for Biden because you know who fills in if he has to leave.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think there's much. I don't think there's much prayer that can hold anything off of this. This is where I think things are right now. I think we're at what we Jews call the 49th level of defilement, which is essentially where you were with the generation of the flood, the generation of the Exodus of Egypt, and Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah, this real ingrained societal cruelty, the anti-God feeling, right? And if you ever hit the 50th level, then it's the end of existence. It's like the world.
Well, I don't know. Non-binary drag queen singing about non-binary families for 2-year-olds is pretty disgusting.
Well, that's exactly my point. So I think God needs to initiate a messianic age. However, guess what's stopping that? Have a guess what's stopping that? From a Jewish perspective, have a guess what's stopping that?
I don't know.
The Jews, always the bloody Jews. I mean, it's like nothing's changed. So the reason we're in this exile, it's been for 2,000 years, is because of this thing called sinat chinam. It's hating one another. It's not. It's again. I think it's this sin called rechilah, which is basically demonizing one another. Right? If you don't like somebody, you demonize them and you lie about them. It's very. I didn't realize how prevalent it was till I was a victim of it. Right? And I was like, "What?" It blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind.
I was just gonna say, just go on Twitter and see how it is.
Well, no, I expect it on Twitter, right? I expect it with people who don't have God in their life. I really do. And I expect people who do it. Like, everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. But people who are who define themselves, like really define themselves as God-fearing people, it's like it's so easy. So like there was no block. So that's what I think the 45 people will be tragically dying in Meron was all about. I think it was a message to wake us up, and no one's woken up. So let's say God needs to bring the messianic time, and he can't because there's a blockage, and he's trying to get us to remove the blockage, right? So I think the only other solution is for him to remove the blockage. So I don't think it looks good. We're coming up to this period of tragedy for the Jews. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. I do think there's going to be. It's just I don't know what one could do about it. Actually, you want to know how much things have not changed. The reason I'm religious is because my Rabbi Noah Weinberg, he set up this place called Aish Torah, which is like a rabbinic ceremony. It was basically designed to give classes on Judaism to backpackers going through Israel, right? Which I was, and I ended up becoming religious, because of it. And so I was talking with this. He died about 10 years. I was talking about him once. So why did you try and like turn around like religious people, bring them closer to God? He says, I have a chance with people who don't know anything. I have a chance of moving. People who are not a hope in hell, moving their hearts. Very sad, but yeah, I think he's absolutely right. I think he's 100% correct, unfortunately. You can keep him. Who am I keeping? Says David Enke. I don't know. Okay. Lumber prices. Oh, listen. Lumber prices and inflation is something that I wouldn't be that bothered about. Nuclear war seems a lot more serious now. Like the whole thing with Taiwan. Honestly, why wouldn't Russia and China both invade their targets simultaneously? Like, why wouldn't China go and invade Taiwan at the same time Russia goes and invades Ukraine? America can't do anything. Biden's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
They would surrender. And
main thing I would just say is be right with God and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I guess so.
Be right with God, and if you get vaporized, then you're ready.
Yeah, listen, I mean, honestly, I have faith that it's just going to be the arseholes that are taken out, and we can all like have a nice time, you know. Wouldn't that be nice if we like? I honestly, every politician basically should go. It's like,
yeah,
we need an anti-rapture.
I don't know. My congressman is a pretty good guy.
Sorry.
I was just saying my congressman's actually a really good guy. I see him in church when I was back in.
I'm sure God can work it out. He's a good judge, and he's a fair judge. But I said, an anti-rapture to suck all the evil people out of reality. Wouldn't that be great? And then we could all just get on.
It would. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Need my second cup of coffee.
Listen. May it be a birthday blessing that we both equal rejoice in the light of the Messiah. Speedily in our days. I do hope. Yes. But listen, I really didn't think you'll make it to your parents. I thought whatever's going to happen was going to happen by now, and I've been totally wrong. So,
I'm less than 2 months from Vegas. I'm very confident I'll get there.
From Vegas? 2 months. What are we in now? June.
Well, 2 months from Gary's get together in Vegas.
I would like to hope so. I would like to hope. I'm thinking.
I do.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah. Honestly, again, I just don't know what China and Russia are waiting for. It's like, I guess they're just getting the pieces in the right places. Although America's also preparing for war as well. Fine, you've got a tea time, haven't you?
I got a tea time in a half hour. It takes 20 minutes to drive, so I got to get running.
Okay.
But again, for those watching, I'll be doing my own stream this afternoon.
Yeah, tune into Friday afternoon stretch. The link is
Friday afternoon stretch.
The link to Father Miller's channel is in the video notes and also in the chat. I'm going to wish everyone a blessed Sabbath. Whatever day you're going to have on. You have it Saturday, you have it Sunday. I'm fine with any of them. Everybody have a blessed Sabbath. I'm hitting the end broadcast.